okay? Because this is what's fraud. When you turn around days later, you get on the phone with the same fucking bank, and you have Florida Man on the other line, and now you're telling the same bank that you were frauded. When days prior, you acknowledged the same charges with the person you were paying, and the lady on the other end of the recording is OG. They're going to pull all of those calls, ma'am, and they're going to put them together. You should have talked to somebody other than Florida Man. They're going to put those together, man. If you went to the police, they're going to put them together. And
yes,
you're cooked. You're cooked.
Yep. And, you know, if that's exactly how it happened, then OG can take her to court and sue her for the money that she should have gotten.
Definitely talked to the police today. Okay? OG definitely talked to the police today. Ran all of this through the officer. With the officer, listen, you guys know how I feel about receipts. Okay? You know how I feel about the receipts. I've heard it. Okay? So what the cop said when she ran all of this through him, okay, is that actually what you did, Farrah, is fraud. Is fraud. She provided you with goods and services. And the bank conversations that I just explained, what you just did was fraud.
Heather, right?
What you did was fraud, okay? So basically what I'm telling you is that Florida Man just fucked you. How do you feel right now, Farrah? And I'm going to give you a chance to make it right. Because he did. He fucked you. What you did was fraud. And the bank is going to tell you the same thing that the detective will eventually tell you, is that what you did is fraud.
Child.
You cannot claim that you authorize it. You have the authorized user on the phone. You willingly tell the bank, yes, this is
right,
good. I need this now because I need to somehow give it back to her. Just a days later, get a different man on the phone and then claim otherwise.
Eva.
You had already acknowledged the charges, ma'am.
I was like, who the hell is Abigail?
You acknowledge the amount in the call. Is that clear to everybody? Does anybody in here still have any doubts? And if you do, you can please get a box and I will fucking explain it to you again. How she is wrong and she actually fraud.
Well, as things usually run on this app, Florida Man will need to have a huge deflection live with some pivot. And his pivot, since he likes recycling old stories. His new thing that's going to come out is, big live tonight, 9:00. It's going to blow your mind. New information coming out. You are going to unalive when you hear this. New story. George Washington did indeed chop down a cherry tree. He'll have pictures too.
MJ, I see people asking, are saying they missed the part, why Farrah was refunded. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, listen, if you want to play the call, I'm sure, and anybody who missed it last night, I'm sure they'd love to hear it. I can mute up, and you can play it if you want to.
Yeah, I can. But I see people asking, well, why did OG refund Farrah?
Exactly, Pete.
So Farrah, for say my payroll and stuff, had me running her credit card through my credit card processor. The credit card processor locked everything up, right? Because they're used to seeing transactions from Chris's business and stuff like that. So they're used to seeing a 5,000 transaction, a 2,000. I'm just throwing numbers out. You're not fucking holding to the numbers. But Farrah was having me run the card once or twice a week, and that was suspicious to them. So they locked the credit card processor down. I get an email. I still have all this too. I get an email. Email states like, hey, we've locked everything down. We would like to know, what these transactions are, what they're for, yeah. Long story short, we get on the phone with Square, and this was after making the invoice, right, that Florida Man and Farrah tried to run with. They were still like, nope, no. So we get on the phone with them, and they tell Farrah and I that if I want to be able to access my account before March 17th, 2026, then the only thing that I could do is refund any transactions,
Danny could
and
use
then
that.
Farrah would have to pay by another method of payment.
No, she didn't falsify.
Hence,
I'll explain
why in the recording that I played last night, we're talking to Farrah's bank, we're waiting on the refunds to be processed back through to her side, and she says so that she can pay me back. Everybody got that?
So I'm gonna, in tying in with that, awareness matters. I caught your question. I have it on the screen.
So what happened is this. The account was also tied into her husband's business. Okay, when they started seeing all these transactions of $200, $300, all these transactions, the bank locked it up. Okay. Now I can understand that because when our checking account was hacked into, somebody started making all these weird payments, okay, from our account. This was a while back, 6-7 years ago. In the person's favor who hacked into our account, all the money that the person donated was to charitable organizations, which I thought was pretty nice. But still, they stole our money. But our bank locked it up. And I had to show them, that there was no way I did any of these. You know what I mean? They were from all over the country. So then what happened is the bank said you need to have the person write an invoice for you. And you have to put that invoice in as a major transaction. And then from my understanding is all of these $300 payments, $200 payments, once they added up to this fake amount of 30,000, that it would still be okay to do that. So then what the bank said is, okay, well, refund all of her payments and have her pay you on a different credit card, a different account, rather than the Square account. So that's what the refunds were for. And then Farrah was supposed to pay her back on another, PayPal or something like that.
I didn't know that he said that. Yeah, no, that's not, no. So the $22 comment was actually after my shit got locked up. Now keep in mind, from last day of October to, MJ's even seen this proof on November 1st. I've needed one for over 2 years, which that was kind of weird to me because
You want to show that? Yes, I have seen it, and I'll verify 110%, all 10 toes. That does exist. If you want to show it, you can. You don't have to.
I wouldn't show it, OG.
I don't mind. There's numerous times where she's like, I'm so glad to have an assistant like you. And keep in mind, this woman, I would wake up in the morning with 30-some text messages from her. Multiple phone calls. She reached out to one of my friends here on TikTok, okay, because I was sick and overslept. And she's like, I need you to get a hold of OG.
Flip Flop talked about that in here in a panel. That's how I know. That's how I know it's Flip Flop, because she got up here and she talked about it.
Yeah, Christy. Yep.
How she just thought it was odd, Well, it's the same thing as her gifting you same day while you were in here.
Yeah. And literally, if you guys think about it, MJ did the live about Whitty. that day. Okay. The call I played last night was the 19th of December, which was a Friday. MJ did her live on Witty. I was in here in a box with the one girl's name I think was like J something, because I remember saying to her, she said, I don't know why you don't go live, because I would definitely listen to you.
Yeah. Yep.
Lip Glossy, what caused the switch up? I don't know. I have no clue. And then
I'll tell you what caused the switch up, in my opinion, and the timing was pretty impeccable, was when they were in Amanda K's live and they were talking about how they were tired of Jen and they were tired of her dry bagging and they were tired of her, oh, woe is me, and oh, poor pitiful me stuff. And OG was one of the people that was the loudest about it. And then I guess she went into another live and was still talking about Jen, if I'm not mistaken. And then it's funny, the next day, Florida Man had a live, and all the people that had spoken up about Jen went into the live, and they were like, well, you know, I really didn't say anything that bad. I was saying that, blah, 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 blah. And OG didn't go into the live. And then it was like a day or two later when all of a sudden all this stuff got out. Now remember, Florida Man said, oh, I had a feeling December 7th something was going on. And it wasn't until like the 20th or so that he reached out to Farrah, and Farrah was pretty much like, yeah, I'm not giving you anything. I'm not talking to you. And then Florida Man reached out to Snark and said, Snark, you're friends with Farrah. Can you talk to her, because I think something's going on with OG. So up to this point, OG and Farrah, from what I understand, had not had an issue until Snark, of course, stuck her beak in there and started talking to Farrah and probably put some thoughts into her head. And then she had Farrah reach out to Florida Man.
in her own words, she says,
Yes, I definitely said
and
beak.
I had, yada, yada, yada. And I had, yada, yada, yada. And then in big caps, she says, I do not currently have.
Exactly,
So,
Tessa.
If that's the case, and she currently had, then why would she not give me that for when making said appointments?
Yep, Breeze.
Before, I just have a
I
wild
agree, Toodles.
idea. Before you play that clip, some of the other bigger creators, because I want everybody to hear this. I don't want there to be a fucking excuse other than the goofy goobers that refuse to go against him and tell him he's wrong and tell Farrah she's wrong. I want everybody to hear it. So can some of the bigger creators go live and stream it on theirs too to get it far and wide, or is pretty much everybody from all sides in here? Like if Mallory could go live and stream it, Smash, I don't know if you're in here, if you want to go live and stream it, any of the bigger creators that go live.
I'm not a big creator.
That's in here. If you want to go live. And
I am not a big creator at all, but if somebody wants to go in there and tell her that I'm streaming.
You can stream it right from my live. If you have a way to just stream my live while she plays it, and unless she's comfortable sending it to you guys, and maybe some are. If some are, let me know. I'm just saying, there should be no excuse. There should literally be not one single goddamn excuse why anybody is still believing that OG is a fraud.
And keep in mind, I'm still sitting on a lot. And per the police today, the police department did absolutely tell me
We're listening to MJ
on it and
OG
do
is
what
in
I
there.
need to do the next move.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, yeah,
Florida Man live.
just in what you've shown shows that she's cooked.
What a shock.
Just in what you've shown has shown
No
that Florida
problem,
Man has
Spectre.
not told the truth. And here's the thing. Here's what's really shitty about it, is I think that maybe he thought that what he was being told was the truth, because part of me believes that he believes that Farrah is just a really good-hearted person. But the problem is admitting when you're wrong.
Well,
That's
Diva,
what I have a problem
I'm not
with,
big.
right? Because
For
sometimes
sure.
I'm guilty of it. In the past, the people I used to sit with, I got by a lot of things, and that's why I became so heavy.
I just started
on
streaming.
Receipts. Okay, because a couple of times I looked really fucking dumb. It's the same people that get in my inbox and they're like, "Hey, this person said this about you. Get out of my inbox." Unless you're in my inbox saying that and following it up with the clip. No, matter of fact, send the fucking clip first. Then tell me what they said. Then we got something to talk about. So the fact that he, covered that and wasn't sure, the fact that he didn't call you, that bothers me too.
Right, because, Fred Flintstone, absolutely not.
I don't know, Diva.
Because he's never had a problem calling me any other time. I mean, he absolutely had no issue calling me. I'm sorry, my mom just said something in it.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I got ADHD.
Paradox, who blocked you, honey? Because I didn't block anybody. I don't block.
My mods, listen,
mods
if you guys are in here on a 0 follower account, they automatically blocked. That's a thing we do over here. If you're on a 0 follower account, we automatically block.
There was an account, hold on, because I just seen a comment and I did want to address it. It was some awareness, something.
Oh, Paradox said that they're blocked from you.
I wonder why. I didn't block them. I'll have to figure out why. So I don't see the comment anymore. I don't know if they got muted or something, but there was a comment that said $3,000 for one doctor's appointment. Make me believe it or something like that. First of all, I don't have to make you believe anything. Okay. It's not my job to make you believe
I don't know, Toodles.
Second of all, I think you need to realize, and again, Paradox, you're not blocked, honey. I just pulled up your thing and it gives me the option to follow you. It doesn't say unblock.
Listen, don't mute people if they're just asking simple questions. Don't do that. If they're being vile or they keep going, like spamming, like it's clear that they don't care about the truth and whatever, then mute them for sure. I want people to have a chance to like understand. Sometimes it takes people a little minute to get it through their head, but...
And that was the thing last night, MJ, like before I even went live, I didn't tell anybody what I was going live about. I just said, I'm going live. And I told my mods, don't block anybody. If they're being nasty, just mute them because I still want them to be able to hear. But back to that.
Hold on, guys. I got to.
platform. Why are you not asking the guy who's projecting this bullshit to you and has said that he screen recorded everything Ferris showed him? Let me help this make sense to you guys how much of full of shit this is. Tell me why I, the other day, had to spam in his chat for her to send him last Sunday's message. And here's where I caught him up. First, I asked him if he had it.
Bourbon break.
He said no. So then I started spamming, and then I said, how in the F are you doing all of this awareness trying to cancel somebody, but you don't have last Sunday's message? And then it became, well, show me what you got. Show me what you got, and then I'll let you know if I got the same thing. That's not how the fuck this works.
Bingo.
You're doing the awareness, right, sir? Which tells me, because when I do awareness, and I'm human, sometimes I slip up. But if I'm going to do an awareness to this magnitude and try to cancel somebody who has literally testimony that she helps people, I'm going to make sure that my ducks, my dolphins, my whales, my goldfish are all in a fucking row, including the Parmesan cheese containers on Mallory's fucking table. All of it's going to be in a row. Okay, so the fact that you didn't even have last Sunday's message, which is very crucial, before you hit the live button, told me everything I needed to know. You guys, instead of keep questioning OG, you need to go to Florida Man and you need to say, why is Farrah not being transparent with you? Why has Farrah deleted shit?
Let's get
Why is
ready
Farrah
to
deleting shit, Florida Man? Why is she actively in the conversations deleting shit? Okay? Red flags are flying. You guys need to be asking Florida Man to be asking Farrah, or when she's in the chats lying out of her ass, ask her
child
to send them to Florida Man. But then there's another kicker. He was sent, or he claimed that she sent him finally Sunday's conversation. I'm going to say it again for the ones in the back that weren't in here. Why was that message not shown until OG's live yesterday?
Well, okay, so I'm confused, MJ, because I've not been watching him or any of his bullshit, but somebody did tell me that he said, and I think I seen it on, like, you know, one of the T pages where Florida Man says, I have all of OG and Farrah's conversations top to bottom.
Could be, Mama T.
You had those, sir, and you still did what you did. If you truly had the full conversation and still chose to hit the live button and do what you did, 1, 2, I'm extra fucking coming for you, because you definitely knew that what you were saying, and I'm trying to show you just a little bit of grace and thinking that she was just a good person,
I think it was
and she just really needed a loud voice to help. I'm trying to give you that much grace.
I'm sure Florida Man will go live tonight.
Tried to question him on a live and was shut down and intimidated. So I actually got told, number 19, that somebody was questioning Farrah in the box, and when Florida Man and them didn't like what this person was asking Farrah got all flustered and kept tripping up on her lies. So
let me guess. Florida Man's on right now, and he's saying, I want to bring awareness. I have some shocking new information today on tattoos and Cadillacs. Yeah, I want to show you this information that I found out about him. That's, almost 2 years old. But, let's pivot.
Content, and you could have everything you ever needed and wanted to really paint the picture of exactly who she is, while you're trying to project and make somebody something that they're not.
Of course, Florida Man is.
Have content and proof that somebody is actually what they're projecting and showing you that they are. Instead, you're tucking them in your pocket and doing this weirdo protective mechanism bullshit and trying to cancel somebody that actually helps people.
Pivot.
Did you see one way only? Then Farrah said all future questions go through Florida Man. That be because Farrah got caught in lies? Because I showed last night where Smashly, when she was in Smashly's live on a sneaky, she said, I didn't authorize any transactions.
Pivot.
Okay. Then in Florida Man's live the other night, she said, I authorized 11 transactions.
Facts. And those are all the screenshots.
Right. Then somebody else sent me where she said 18. Then she said 19. I truly think the reason why Florida Man don't want Farrah in a box to answer questions is because they know that Farrah's going to get tripped up and caught in their lies.
Oh, big time. Big time. Because, Florida Man can say anything and people believe it.
Yeah, this is not a call that Florida Man played. And so FYI...
No, Farrah was not
the night before this shit popped off, before Florida Man had that live button, Animal had a live. In that live, I confronted Florida Man. He got mad because he felt we should take the Jen stuff behind the scenes. FYI, fuck Jen.
Oh!
I'm sorry, but she used to be a scammer. I don't know if she still is. I had an issue with the fact that there was a GoFundMe. I said I am not going to donate it to it. I am focusing on children and families who don't have Christmas.
Mallory just got in a box now.
Then
of course.
Artie, your investigator, was saying her little slick shit in the comments. So I snapped off at her. And then here comes fucking Bougie.
Of course.
And then boom, the next day this happens.
Yep, I told you.
Can we also piggyback off the fact that for like 3 weeks, you and I had been discussing some of the things that we didn't agree with that Bougie was doing, and he would come into every live we were in and tell us that we were wrong for talking about it in front of everybody and should be taking it to or behind the scenes.
Isn't it amazing how when it has to do with his people, everything should be behind the scenes. But when it comes to him putting out effing bullshit about people, lies, all that stuff, all his gaslighting his people, no, we're going to go live about that. We're not going to deal with it behind the scenes.
He's been telling everybody that they should be doing.
And I'm not going to say names, but you know who you are. You were live this morning. A clip was sent to me of you claiming that the nails haven't been shown, so I must have been mailing rugs to Farrah. You're fucking weird for that.
And it's up to you. I don't care if you say names. We call it how we see it. Totally up to you.
It was Tech.
Oh.
Tech, which anybody that knows me and Tech knows that me and Tech have never gotten along ever since she was in my box and told people how they could still get high while being on Suboxone.
Wow.
And I asked her not to speak on a child.
Oh, like nail tech? Because if so, Farrah needs you. 911.
That's not good.
Yeah, I was sent a clip this morning of it, and they're like, oh, OG North Farrah has shown the nails, so it must have been rugs that was being sent. Literally, again, I have screen shared my phone.
Well, wouldn't it be like, okay, so would it be fair to say that, Tech, there are, to my understanding, other people you could get a hold of that she was trying to get stuff from?
Hold on, folks. Let me tell you a story. Okay, I gotta download this. It's okay, sorry about that.
That's going to be a Tech problem. But Tech, you should try to dig in and figure out who those other people was that she was contacting, trying to get them to send her stuff.
It's a celebration.
Who's making fun of people through recovery? Who's doing that? Or are you just saying that as a general statement? Because nobody's making fun of anybody. Okay? What they're doing is accusing somebody of being on the shit, and they're not. Yeah, he is.
Well, I think because I have been open to MJ about the fact of me having Lyme disease and me being in pain management, like I don't hide it. They're using that, which is just fucking wild, because if you've ever been in pain management, you know your shit gets counted. A doctor can call right now and say you have X amount of time to be in this office. You get rug tests constantly, like
beyond the fact, why is that lately like the first card everybody's trying to pull? Who like the video of Florida Man that you posted that sounds like somebody sniffing. Listen, you literally sat in here the other day and admitted that you were messing around with Skittles. You said yesterday that you like to get down with the perky. Like, stop it. And I'm not judging you for that. I don't care. Okay? I did some wild and crazy. Thank God the internet and videos and TikTok weren't a thing when I was in my early 20s. Because I would have been canceled a long time ago. Nobody cares. Okay? And people struggle with that shit. So you guys trying to talk about it as if it's like a flex, or you're trying to rag on them, you're literally going to come across somebody that actually does struggle with that, and your words and whatever might be the reason that they try to pick it back up again, or the reason that they don't want to deal. Like, it's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. Put it down, sir. Put it down, ma'am, Miss Tech.
I recall one of the first lives of me coming back to the platform. I went on Florida Man's box, and we were talking about pain management and stuff like that. He then texted me and said, I believe that you are a good pain management patient. Like, but now this. Okay. But I will play this call. I'm not playing the full thing, not because I'm hiding anything, but at this point, I need to do everything on my end.
And honestly, I'm going to be honest. If you play the same part that you played last night, that should be plenty enough.
That's what I plan on. Yeah, that's what I plan on playing. Because, like I said today, I was honest with him. I'm like, this is what I've showed and played online. And he said, that's fine. He said, but until you take the next steps, I just wouldn't keep putting stuff out there.
Just for some transparency, before I mute and she hits play, what the call is on the 19th, correct?
Correct.
The 19th. The call is Farrah and OG on the same call with the bank teller. Okay.
Yes, Farrah
I've heard
texted
this
me
one.
so that she was on with her bank because the day previously she was seeing the refunds, and then all of a sudden she wasn't, so she must have called her bank. She texted me and said, hey, I'm on the phone with the bank, which now looking back, I'm like, well, that's really weird because she was calling the bank like a couple times a day, waiting for her card.
Weird.
So she said, I'm on the phone with the bank. Can I patch you in? I'm like, yep, you sure can. So you'll hear when I got patched in.
I'm going to ask you a really crucial question before you hit play. So that screenshot that he keeps showing, and it's showing a bunch of refunds for some bigger amounts.
Mm-hmm.
Is that screenshot with that email, that's actually a real email, since he's telling everybody it's fake, it's real.
Mm-hmm.
That screenshot he's showing, is that screenshot part of what this call that you get involved in? And those are the amounts that she is trying to get squared away,
yes,
so that she can pay you back.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's very crucial.
I said this on my live last night too. I explained this. So when you initiate a refund through Square, on my end as a merchant, we're going to get two emails. We're going to get one that says that we've requested a refund for our customer card number and ending it, blah, 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 blah. Then once Square processes it, we get another email that says we have refunded your customer. Now keep in mind, I sent Farrah screenshots of both emails, the one saying that it was initiated, the one said that it was completed.
Perfect. So everybody's got that context, right? So the screenshot that Florida Man was saying was, oh my God, got frauded. It matches, right, what this call is, that Farrah is in the call. So when you hear Farrah talking, please already know she knew about everything he's trying to project and say that she didn't know and that she was frauded. I'm going to mute up.
Real quick, MJ, also keep in mind that Farrah was very aware for every transaction ran, there is going to be another transaction for processing fees. So for every transaction ran, so say, I don't know the number, say 11. We'll go off what Farrah said. She said she authorized 11.
Yes, Jody.
So there would be 22 refunds because she's getting the refund for the transaction, and then she was getting the refund for the transaction fee, which she also knew that.
And everything that was just said, you're about to hear it again in the call. So let me mute up.
This call may be monitored or recorded as well. Yes. So you have not refunded my car, the $6,300.
Is that what you're trying to say, sir? Is that there's no refunds for her card? Because we literally have every single transaction. And yesterday you guys told her, did you seen the 6,300? And we have every single. This is Citibank, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
I just wanted to verify what was the 6,300 refund.
It's gonna be
Separate amounts or
no. It's gonna be separate transactions. It's not gonna be one large transaction. transaction. It's numerous different transactions.
Let me just double check that then. Okay.
And it would have been card number ending in 5963. However, the client. Let me just pause right there and say I let that play because it's no longer a card number.
Yeah, that card was canceled, which is why she's giving the last 4 digits of the
Client
card.
canceled that card and had to get a new card, which she's not received from you guys yet.
I can tell you, hold on. I'll give you the updated number. There are 407.
Under that card, dated at 12/15 for a total amount of $1,280.35.
Right, but yesterday you saw pending, like they weren't credited yet, pending 6,300. Do you not see that today?
I'm not seeing any pending transaction, but what usually would happen is that even though it's already pending, it's not reflecting on the system, and it would rather show up and then suddenly disappear again, and then it will randomly show up again. So that's what happens if there's a refund or a send back that is still pending.
So then he's saying that it'll show up, then it'll go away, and then it'll come back once it goes to your account.
And that's 100% accurate.
That's correct.
Why did it go away? That's very confusing.
No, it's not confusing, Fair, because when you buy something or you get a refund for something, it will say pending, and it will absolutely disappear. You'll see it on one day, and then the next time you'll see anything about it in your account again, and I know this is like this with mine, is when it's actually deducted or it's added to your account.
On my end, I have
It won't sit there as pending forever.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Because I refunded her every fee they took and everything. So as of yesterday, I got confirmation of the refunds. Now it did say it could take 2 to 7 business days to hit her account.
But you could see them yesterday, and now